Last week on FlexCandle, we identified a double bottom on SOFI and said the stock could rally back towards $18 and even challenge the 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. Now SOFI is sitting at the next major decision point. The question isn't whether the double bottom worked anymore. The question is whether SOFI can finally break $18.50 and start a move towards $20, $22.90, and eventually the $34 target we've been discussing. Now, before we go over the top-down analysis, let's go into this winning trade that I gave you guys on the 4-hour time frame. I was telling you guys that I was seeing a double bottom here with the measure move taking us to about $18.56. Not only did we hit that, but we went up as high as $18.70. So congratulations on whoever took this trade. This is a big win for the FlexCandle community. So we're going to start off here with the monthly chart. Right now, we still have about 12 days before this candle closes. We're still under the 21 moving average, but I'm liking this wick that made us pump up higher. If we could get back above this 21 moving average, basically at $19, I am bullish for a bigger move up, and maybe we could test these highs up here of about $32, $33, or possibly $34 or higher. The stochastics are low enough, and we're still holding above the 50 on the RSI. We head over to the weekly time frame here. The stochastics are starting to get a little toppy here. We are above the 21 moving average at the moment. I would like to really get above this 50 moving average, which is at $22.53. Right now, I'm still seeing a double bottom here for the weekly chart. As long as we can stay above this 21 moving average, this double bottom is still active, and this measured move could take us to $25.56. You guys notice I also did a falling wedge pattern here, which already has broken out, and the ultimate target to this does take us to about $34. So these are two active patterns that we currently have here on the weekly time frame. On the 3-day chart, the stochastics were starting to get a little toppy. We were rolling over, and now look, we curved back up here. We're still holding above the 200 and above the 21 moving average. This is still bullish. This is showing that we could possibly make it up to this 50 moving average at $20.76. I feel like the SOFI stock is pretty hot right now, and it's looking like we want to go and test that $20 level. In the daily time frame, the stochastics are pointing up. The RSI is also pointing up. We're above the 21 moving average. I'm not liking this rejection off of the 100 moving average though, which is currently at $17.86. But currently, we do have a nice bullish hammer here, and if we could get above this 100 moving average, then the next logical step will be to go to this 200 moving average at $22.70. Even if we end up getting rejected, we would still get above the $20 level. On the 4-hour time frame, we see that the stochastics RSI are kind of rolling over. I see that the RSI kind of wants to fold as well. I was telling you guys last time when I saw this double bottom that we should be able to make it to the 200 moving average. We did precisely that, but then look, we got a red engulfing candle. This gave us tweezer tops, and ever since then we have kind of fallen down, but we're still trying to hold above the $17 level, which is important. If we could stay above this 21 moving average at $16.85, and more importantly, if we could stay above this 200 moving average, we're primed to hit $20 or higher. On the 1-hour time frame, the stochastics are low. This kind of looks like it wants to roll over, but we're slightly pointing up here. Now, we are slightly below the 21 moving average, but what's important here is that we're really above this 200 moving average. If we lose this, we could start getting bearish, but as long as we can stay above this 200 moving average, I feel like we're bullish. This does look to me though like a bear flag, and if this is the case, the measured move to this looks like it could bring us down to the 200 moving average. Yeah, pretty much exactly to the 200 moving average at around $16.50. So if we do roll over on the stochastics, this could be a possibility, but we do have protection here with the 100 moving average, the 50 moving average at $17. I feel like that'll be a strong support there. This also could look like a head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder head. This could be the right shoulder if we cannot get above this 21 moving average, but overall I'm still bullish. This is just the smaller time frames here. We could always rebound back if we could stay above that 200 moving average. On the 15-minute time frame here, the stochastics are on the way up. We see that we are above the 200 moving average, and we are above the 21. Let's see if we could get above this 50 moving average. This is looking to me like a Adam and Eve double bottom. You see the V and then the rounded bottom here. The measured move to this takes us back to about $18.50. So overall, I'm seeing a lot more bullish patterns than bearish patterns. So I would have to say if we could hold $16.50 and more importantly $17, I see us making our move to about $23. If we could break that, then the $34 target is in play. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.